fans, welcome to Fan Temp. I'm your host, Kat, and this episode of Fan Temp is brought to you by Fun for Fans. See sports highlights, blogs about movie, music, and food at funforfans.com. Here at Fan Temp, we measure fan excitement and the buzz of opposition sentiment. In simpler terms, we're about measuring how you feel about your hottest games, blockbuster movie premieres, and epic concerts, and of course, those mouth-watering new menu items and sports favorites. Now, I know you're here because you're into at least one of these: sports, movies, music, or food. So here, go ahead and hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. You don't want to miss a thing. Let the show commence. Our first segment is sports, brought to you by Don P., our sports aficionado. Welcome, Don P. I'm glad to have you on the show today. Let's dig into all those juicy sports highlights.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Fun for Fans. Uh, Fun for Fans, parent company sponsors the show Fan Temp. And we're here to talk about sports today. We're going to talk about week 5 of the college football season and also week 4 of the NFL season. And we're also going to talk about Major League Baseball and also Shohei Ohtani and his remarkable contribution to the sports of baseball. So let's get into it. So as you know, the football season started off with a bang. Texas was number 2, Georgia was number 1, and I think Alabama was number 3. And then we had a shakeup, whereas Texas has really been dominating the college football hemisphere, so to speak, and they have 3 solid wins under their belt. So they got tossed up to number 1. Georgia is number 2. So the season continues. So the Georgia Bulldogs have a real big game coming up this Saturday. They're playing the Alabama Crimson Tide. And if you know anything about the Alabama Crimson Tide, they're without Nick Saban now. They used to be their storied head coach. They have another head coach, and they're playing the Georgia Bulldogs, who have always been number 1 or 2 when it comes to the playoffs. So this game has to go right for either one, but especially Alabama Crimson Tide. If they can upset the Georgia Bulldogs, they will move up in the rankings. But to do that, they really have to have their quarterback Jalen Milroe play real well. He is a deep ball threat. He can throw the ball well, but he struggles under pressure. Like I just struggled here with this first this first sentence. He struggles under pressure. So if Georgia can get to him, I think they can win the game whole-handedly. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Saturday, but that's a game that everybody's looking forward to. And I know you don't know a lot about sports, but
Yeah, you're looking forward to it.
oh, I am.
I'm going to be doing other things here, like checking out some new movies, which we will talk about on our next episode.
Okay. So another game that you guys should watch for is Illinois, uh, the Fighting Illy, as they call it. It's going to be playing Penn State Nittany Lions.
Fighting what?
The fighting, the fighting Illini, I think they call it. Illinois fighting Illini. Pronounce that there for me. I might have it wrong. I don't know.
Illinois. Well, it's for Illinois. I guess they're Illinois.
Yes.
Let's hear your comments on this. What are the people from Illinois called?
Right. And for comments, you guys can mail in at my2cents at fantemp.com if you want to put your 2 cents in there and let us know. We also have a call-in line that we'll be using next episode, 1844 fun the number 4 and fans. Anyway, back on to Illinois and Penn State having a big game. The storyline is Penn State and Illinois enter the Big Ten showdown. Penn State is a very good contender, always been a good contender, and Illinois is really playing good and have exceeded all expectations and is really playing good. The quarterback is Drew Aller, Hope I said it right. There has improved against single high defenses, which is when you have the safety high. If you know what that is when the safety is high in the box, um, above the other players. Sometimes play two safety highs, so that helps nobody to throw the ball back of the defense. So they like to play that defense, and if they can play that with an aggressive scheme, it's possible they can win the game. They have a good offensive coordinator, um, goes by the name of Kotel Nikki. Do I have that right?
Yeah, Hotel Mickey.
Okay, hopefully we have it right. Anyhow, the coach is an offensive minded coach. He's been with Illinois for some time, and Illinois has a good defensive front that's been working for them, and it's in there in the top 25 when it comes to coverage and pass rush. So, being that they are in the top 25 of pass rush and also pass rush and also run defense, it should make for a great game. So Illinois and Penn State guys look for that game, especially you guys on the East Coast, and maybe it should be a good game. Now,
Thank you, Don P, for all the latest updates on the sports. Our next segment of this podcast is from movies. How many of you fans were awaiting the premiere of the Beetlejuice this past weekend? After 36 years of waiting, Beetlejuice is finally here. I've heard a mix of reviews of this horror comedy. What to expect without the spoilers? Well, if you were a familiar favorite characters, familiar with the favorites of the characters of the 1988 movie of Winona Ryder, David Keaton, and Katharina O'Hara, they were all delivering your favorite character personalities as the original. You can expect some backstory on some of the main characters, as well as continuing character development. New characters, such as villains, and seem fairly anemic in character, with the basics as only revenge for the motives, or just silliness keeping the comedy brand, however. It helped move the plot forward. Much of the music is still done by Danny Elfman and definitely paid honor to the 1988 film. Still, much of this Tim Burton's style, and a splash of some of the good fun songs along with musical montage numbers that are new to this movie. Fans, if you'd like to comment or have questions or just tell us how you felt about the movie, please call toll free at using our 1-844-FUN-FOR-FANS and tell us how you felt about the premiere of Beetlejuice, and drop a line to my2cents at fantemp.com. Hey music fans, our summer is almost over, but it's plenty of new music still hitting the charts. Here are a few albums being released in September. Number 1, LL Cool J, The Force. Frequencies of a real creative energy. LL Cool J blends classical hip hop with modern influences, both nostalgia and fresh energy. LL collaborates with big names like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, delivering tracks that touch a personal growth and the state of hip hop and its journey as the artist. The album feels like a bridge between LL's legendary past and the future of hip hop. All right, and on to number 2 with George Strait, Cowboys and Dreamers. George Strait's 31st studio album says true to his roots in traditional country music, with heartfelt ballads like Rent and feel-good tracks such as Honky Tonk of Fame featuring Honky Tonk okay. Honky Tonk of Fame featuring Chris Stapleton. Strait offers both reflections and celebration. Cowboys and Dreamers showcase his ability to create timeless music while still staying fresh. Number 3, Mensur Henderson, Not Really Strangers. Rising pop indie star Mensur Henderson Rising indie pop star Mensur Henderson delivers introspective and delivers an introspective and emotionally charged album with heartfelt lyrics exploring relationships, identity, and vulnerability. Not Really Strangers captures the complexity of human connections and the sound that is mixed with a dreamy synth pop of a soulful vocals, making it a standout release fans of modern pop. Number 4, Miralinda Limbert, Postcards from Texas. A love letter to her home state, album brings together Miranda's Lambert's country charm with rich storytelling. Postcards from Texas blends acoustic ballads and upbeat anthems, capturing both the quiet beauty and the spirit of Texas. Themes of home, resilience, and personal reflection are the heart of this project. And number 5, Cher, Forever Fan, Cher's latest album, celebration of her fans' of decades-long career. Forever Fan includes dance, pop tracks, emotional ballads, and a few collaborations. Cher's signature voice and larger-than-life presence shines through as they explore themes of love, loyalty, and empowerment. Other notable new albums coming out this month for September 2024. Katy Perry drops a new album showcase her vibrant, catchy pop style. Nelly Furtado releases album blending pop and alternative elements. For rock enthusiasts, Fleetwood Mac releases Marriage of Tour 82, a vinyl set from their iconic 1982 tour, while Thin Lizzy reissues their 1976 album with new remixes. These albums offer a diverse range of style, from country legends to pop icons, making an exciting selection of old favorites to fit whatever mood you're in. Any questions or comments, or wanting to know more about these fun new songs coming out, or your thoughts on them, please call toll-free using 1-844-FUN-FOR-FANS and tell us how you feel about the new artists or opinions on the new music. Alright, last but not least, for you foodies, we'll discuss some of your favorite items on the menus at local restaurants in Austin, Texas. This weekend, I will be at Cafe Corazon on the east side of Austin, and we'll be indulging in their coffee and cookie flights. Yes, you heard correctly. For those of you who aren't into alcoholic beverages but are coffee aficionados, coffees and cookies are perfect event for any caffeine addict and your inner fat kid. But it's all just a nibble, so you don't have to feel all the guilt. Any fans out there who would like us to explore new eats, or have any questions, comments, or would like to talk about your experience, please call toll-free 1-844-FUN-FOR-FANS and tell us how you feel about your experience at Cafe Corazon, or have any other suggestions for us to explore. All right, that wraps it up. Thank you for stopping on in for our show. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed our podcast today. Drop us a line if you want to talk about any of our topics, and we would love to know your thoughts on these topics. Have a great night. Bye.